24th of August 2016. This is a session with Amy North. And greetings to you. It is wonderful to speak to you all in this way again on this fine evening. We would like to talk about the topic of emotions. Many of you this month have experienced many different types of emotions that have been surfacing, whether it's emotions of stress, anger, sadness, grief, depression, frustration, and of course happiness. There are many different types of emotions that can surface because of what we experience at an incarnate level. And what we want to explain to you tonight is how to work with these emotions at an energy level and what it means to us as spirit guides as to how the emotions are seen. When an incarnate is in an emotional upheaval, your energy fields get distorted. The energy within the energy fields, as I've said to this one before, it gets murky. It's like cobwebs, grey cobwebs, it's messy. And what this does is that it cuts off connection to your spirit guide. So your spirit guide then becomes problematic to try and connect to you. It is also, as I've said to this one through Joy, is that this period of emotion is also the incarnate's greatest opportunity to change. To experience great change as this one has done and is doing as well. We continue with our work, we continue to evolve, and the more and more we work through the emotions that are dormant and laying within the energy fields, the more and more work we can do together. So if we're doing this, imagine what you can do. It takes great courage to look at all the wounds within the heart, that is for sure. And if you're doing this, we congratulate you, because it's not easy work. So, the only time that a spirit guide can intervene is never. At all. We have to stand back. It is up to the incarnate to work through the emotions. They can call for us and we'll let them know we're there to support them. But we cannot intervene. We cannot. At all. No. We have to see what choices the incarnate makes in regards to these experiences that they are experiencing at that moment. Whether it's to go through this emotional upheaval and go destructive. Of course, there's nothing wrong with this. It is the way that we grow and deal with things. Or it can be constructive, whether we can look at the emotion and go, what we are going to work with tonight is how to work with these emotions or emotional upheavals in a constructive way. It is very important to identify what these emotions are. The only time that a spirit can break through an emotional upheaval is that of an archangel or that of an ascended master. They have the strength and power to punch through the emotional upheaval, the energies within the upheaval, to bring calmness. a spirit guide cannot. So what we want to teach you in regards to the energies of the emotions is that these emotions are seen to be, from our perspective, from our side of the veil, if you want to put it this way, is that emotions are an energy. And I'm going to put these crystals down, and we are going to use our hands to explain this. And we have our eyes open. So when we're looking at the emotions in here, they rise up through us. They are an emotion. They are energy. It is a light energy, a light frequency that comes within, and that energy is there to tell you that you need to look into something within. Of course, as this one has done, and what we have done in a past life as well, is we have reached for the bottle, the drink, to suppress our emotions using alcohol. But the problem with alcohol is that it makes the emotions even worse. It makes it double as strong. It doesn't help us, because alcohol is a depressant. So you're depressed and you drink alcohol and you get more depressed. Seems to be a little bit of a logic issues there. But we understand it. We understand that when we are depressed, when we are going through such a troubled time, how much it hurts. Especially in that moment. And what we want to explore with you is how to work with this energy so that you do not get consumed by the emotions. This is the work that we do. We see your emotional issues and we work with them. This one has the ability to clear the root cause of the problem if you know the root cause of the problem. We cannot help you if you do not understand where the problem is. And we can shift large amounts of energy and bring in profound levels of light to help you shift these emotions. So what they are, and as we've just said before, is that these emotions are a light energy. On the other side of the veil, we understand, we know how to work with them. We go, oh, there's the emotions coming through. Okay. Put it to the side. Let's work with it. Let's process it. Okay. We understand. We understand that the emotion of jealousy is merely an emotion. We understand that the jealousy is that of the human mind, the ego consciousness. But we have to work with it. We understand. We know how to process these emotions. Yes, spirit does get happy, gets excited, it laughs. There's also a little bit of sadness. I, for one, have experienced sadness, especially on the other side of the veil, especially when we were so disconnected from during this incarnation. I'm the spirit guide, I'm the twin flame for this one. We work together, but try being the twin flame with so much love, and the other one being locked up in a mental straitjacket because of the medical system saying, hey, you're not normal, and feeling everything that the incarnate feels, feeling trapped, feeling the inability to express who you truly are because it's there, it's trapped. And it does get emotional. At times. It does. So do not think that spirit is free from experiencing such emotions. Because we do. Just as you do. But what we have the benefit of, being on the other side of the veil, is having the higher level of clarity and understanding where it's coming from. So that way we can work with it. We understand that if we have an emotion field, how to work with these emotions so the incarnate does not experience it. See, the incarnate on the other end, they have an emotional upheaval. The spirit guide feels it 100%. The incarnate doesn't know how to stop their emotions. Doesn't know how to stop their emotions from impacting another person. Have you not felt this in an office before, in an environment before, where someone is angry or someone is sad, and you walk in and you can feel it. You can sense that something is not right. You can sense when someone is in depression, and you do not have to physically see them, you just feel it and know that something isn't good. It is like a sixth sense, if you want to put it that way, where you can see someone and they've got this mask of happiness, but you can feel that something is not right, and you start with going, should I reach out and ask them if they're okay? This is the sensitivity of the energies that all incarnates have. This is the empathy, not empathy, the empathy, and that we can feel for others because we all care and love for each other. And you can see the amount of care and love for each other that is sitting there on the internet. How many people have shared and liked photos of people going, this is my story? And you feel for them because of what they've done, what they've battled with. And you look at your own life and going, oh my gosh, how would they deal with it? But they deal with it for us. Because this is a collective. We're all working together to achieve the same outcome, and that is awareness and ascension. But that person has experienced to have that experience. That person has agreed to have that experience, and this person has agreed to have those experiences, and you've agreed to have those experiences as well. So what we want you to see is that when an emotion comes to the surface, hold it, look at it, and ask your spirit guide, if need be, to bring in some awareness to you. And work with the emotion, because that emotion is a teacher. That emotion is there to teach you about something about yourself. It is there to work with you. It is not negative, it is not positive, it's an emotion that is there to teach you. The positive aspect of the emotion is that when you work through it, you can see what is on the other side and you evolve from it. Just as this one has been getting upset with injustice. People not doing what they're supposed to do. People not being honest. It's an injustice, and we get upset over it. And we understand it because everyone gets upset over injustice. How many times have you seen people do the wrong thing and get away with it? How many people do the right thing, and the moment that they even think of doing the wrong thing, they get caught. They get in trouble. Someone looks at them and goes, no, 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 no. There's an imbalance here, isn't there? Something, it just seems to be a bit strange. But what we really want to implore with this, because we are digressing from that topic, is to come back to you and say, let's work with the emotions. If you struggle to deal and need someone to talk with that is open-minded, you can come talk to us. When you talk to us, you talk to both this one and myself. We work with you and your spirit guides. We look in your life path. We look to see what's going on. Where is this energy? And then as you're talking, we're working with you on an energy level to try and create shifts and imbalances and to bring into awareness so you can get a better understanding of where you are in life. We have seen so many people wanting to talk to someone about their experiences without judgment. There are so many people that are hidden away that want to express themselves, their true selves, but they are afraid to. And this is what we want to change. When we speak to people, the most common thing that we have seen and heard and have been told is that they feel so comfortable in being so open and that they can have a conversation about all things and the other person gets it. For we understand. We understand more than most. Because we're working on both sides of the veil. If this one doesn't understand it, I teach him. I step in. So when you work with this one, you work with all of us. There is more than one of us here. And we want to thank you for listening to this. So please, be gentle on yourselves. You're not here to be hard on yourselves, to push yourselves. Of course, pushing yourself is achieving. But you're here to enjoy the passion and love of what you do, to enjoy the passion and love of life. We didn't create this planet to suffer, to be meaningless, and that is what some feel. Some feel that, especially as this one many years ago, that life is meaningless. Like, what is the purpose of it? Why am I here? Why should I be here? These are the questions that this one has asked himself many years ago. So we thank you, blessed ones, for listening. And we really hope that you take away from this a little bit of more understanding of what emotions are to you. We have written about this on the website already, and we will link it as part of this video. We are Amy and Stephen North. Thank you. Give me a minute. She's amazing, hey? That's my girl. It is. Emotions are an interesting thing, and it's been a very tough one for me to work with in myself. More so, it's much easier because I understand them, and Amy's taught me a lot of how to work with these emotions. And tonight they came up a little bit because I got to see the amazing things that we can do when we're passionate, when we dream, when we love what we do. And it inspired me more tonight when I got the opportunity to see someone that is so passionate about their work that they changed the world forever. That this man built a beautiful world using technology, changed our lives. Here we are with a mobile phone, and these dreamers, these innovators, these creators are responsible for it. And I don't understand, when I look back in history, that the dreamers are the ones in the classroom that can't roll up the pages and being diagnosed with conditions such as ADD and ADHD, but they're the ones that change the world. But some strange reason we must comply with some system that says we're not normal. And I mean, for example, through my dreaming and my creations and my ideas, and that have also been guided by spirit as well, that we create, and Amy, we created the heart activation music, and that changes many people's lives and many people's experiences. So, and even today, getting to see a profound, freaking epic shift in someone, and it's just with the use of a crystal. And they feel much better. It's amazing that we are doing things people don't understand. Even I don't understand. Do I need to? Probably not. Who cares? Just go with it, work with it. And it's true that when Amy says that we have no judgment, I enjoy having completely out there conversations because it engages my mind. I get to look at things and say everything makes sense. It understands. You want to talk about spaceships? Yeah? Okay, I don't. No, they're cool. I've seen them. It's very interesting stuff. So, even in my own experiences, when I was walking through life, I never really had the opportunity to talk about what I understand, what I know, what I believe in. And when a kid today shares a story on YouTube, it goes viral. We didn't have the internet when I was a kid. I had no one to talk to either. So they thought I was not right. I was a dreamer. Some of the visions that I'm having, I'm going to turn into a comic book because it's just so freaking awesome. It needs to be in a comic book. It's just awesome, especially the artwork. But we didn't really have anyone to talk to. And this feeling of isolation really gets to a lot of people. And we really want to feel the people that have this sense of isolation. We want them to know that we're here. We can talk. Buy me coffee. Of course, I do this as a full-time job, but who knows what we can do. It's not, it may be a therapy, it may be something else, but I don't know. This is why our group sessions, the round table discussions, and with the music, is there so people can speak freely about all the crazy stuff and find out that the other person's had the same experience, the other person had the same experience, this other person knows more about it than another. How beautiful is it to see that what you think you're hiding is shared by many. And this is what we're trying to create. And this is what we want people to understand. That we are here to tell you that it's perfectly okay. And we get it. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I am Stephen North, and we are Amy. Blah 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 blah. Let me just edit that out. Cut. We are Stephen and Amy North.